The girth of his what?
You're like a father to me.
Hey! And go.
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI here, and in this video you're going to see two reactions. You're going to see my reaction to the recent episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, where he was talking about Jimmy Kimmel being taken off the air, and as we all know, Jimmy is back, so I'm going to watch his opening monologue as well. And for those that did watch Last Week Tonight, my reaction to John talking about Burned is also coming on the channel, so make sure you subscribe for that, because it was fun. I think it's amazing how after an episode about such a bleak topic, he turned something that was almost equally as depressing into such a hilarious bit. He's an incredibly funny man. And Jimmy Kimmel's good as well. I've always enjoyed his work, and I'm very glad to see him back. It's going to be interesting to see how it all goes. But let's go back in time to when he was still cancelled. This is Last Week Tonight. And let's be honest, John Oliver is on HBO, which is under WB, so who knows how secure his show is at this point.
John Oliver, thank you so much for joining us. We are back! We're back, we were off last week, and a lot happened since our last show.
Yeah.
Costco recalled Prosecco bottles because they're prone to shattering, with one headline saying, "Get the bottle out of the house, don't even try to return it." Little hard to tell what is going on there. It kind of looks like Medieval Times is throwing a theme night.
Fucking hell.
Surprised to see a picture of Jeffrey Epstein at Windsor Castle that isn't both framed and in Prince Andrew's room. Does make me genuinely proud of the country I'm worried I'm going to be deported to after this show airs, because ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel's show indefinitely, and the president apparently thinks it's great news for America, which is just a weird response to have. I was honestly inclined to wait to engage with the back and forth over who Charlie Kirk was and what his legacy will be, at least in part because we're taping this on Saturday. His funeral hasn't even taken place yet. What I will say is, a person getting shot is tragic, and a person getting shot for their ideas is horrifying. That is true no matter what those ideas are.
Yes, let that not go unfucking noticed in this. That's been the ugliest side of this, is seeing all the people cheering for this, and I understand the irony with what he built a life and career around and his opinions and everything like that, but nobody has the right to eliminate a person's consciousness from existence. That's no one's fucking job.
Late night political comedy, while that is still a type of show that's allowed to exist.
Oh. Yeah, good point.
Yes! Yeah, that is.
What an edit.
Obviously, our writer Daniel did not know the future. On some level, that is just a coincidence, like when
I mean, I don't know if it's a coincidence as much as it's just a very fucking safe thing to bet on at that point. And clearly it was.
The administration had it in for Kimmel. Even Daniel knew that, and to be honest, he doesn't know a ton of stuff. 2 weeks ago, he was arguing that Alfred Molina is more famous than Bad Bunny. He's a very good writer, but he's wrong about a lot of things. And for what it's worth, he will never be speaking publicly on our behalf ever again.
Oh, God. All right, that is very funny. Nah, Bad Bunny's got to be more famous than Alfred Molina. Alfred Molina's done some great jobs, and he was Doc Ock in Spider-Man, but Bad Bunny was like the most downloaded artist on Spotify like 3 years in a row or something.
Because we're now terrified he's going to drop another fucked up fortune cookie. That's not strictly accurate. The comments that got him in trouble weren't about Kirk.
It was about the person who shot him.
On behalf of my family, we send love to the Kirks and to all the children, parents, and innocents.
Yeah, I saw this.
This kid who murdered Charlie Kirk is anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
See, the way that he worded that as well, it sounded like it wasn't saying that. I didn't even take that as though he was trying to say that the person who did the shooting was a MAGA person. I took it as though they were just trying to basically paint anybody and anything else as the problem, which is par for the course with how they respond to everything. So I agree. It was a pretty. I had to watch the clip a bunch of times to realize what the actual thing was that people were so upset about. So, and if that's the case, suspending him indefinitely or whatever it was, is not a proportionate response.
And many struggle to pick the offensive line out of his monologue.
Thank you, yeah.
Covered for American news with a humoristic flow.
Lovely.
Firestorm in some corners of conservative media. And on Wednesday, Brendan Carr, the chair of the...
Yeah, this fucking asshole.
These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or, you know, there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead. Frankly, I think that
subtle, right?
We could do this the easy way or the hard way. As threats go, that is pretty clear. It's like if someone threw a brick...
And just to quickly interrupt, a pattern of news distortion should be the name of Trump's entire political career.
By or else we mean we will hurt you physically, then this is the mafia, by the way, followed by, you know, like in Goodfellas. Now,
yeah, that's a bit more subtle.
Regulatory changes from the FCC for that deal to go through, as it would mean their reach would grow to 80% of US households, which is more than double the FCC's current 39% cap, all of which is a little bit strange.
That's not good.
Basically, Brendan Carr said jump, and Nexstar took his dick out of their mouth for just long enough to say, how high exactly?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that they had no communication with the FCC or any government agency prior to making their decision. But I will remind you, they didn't need to.
Yeah, it was public.
We appreciate FCC Chairman Carr's remarks today. And come on, Sinclair. As I believe Alandria once said to Huda on Love Island, don't embarrass yourself going too hard for a man.
Reaction or response to ABC's pulling Kimmel off the air. We're putting it on the screen.
Really?
It's a meme.
Oh my god. This is the most juvenile shit ever. I mean, that's what you send to your mate when your footy team beats his footy team. You don't post that publicly about killing free speech.
This is all in Project 2025. Carr replied with this meme of Jack Nicholson grinning and nodding. Fun fact, and this is true, the person he was replying to, Artie from Glee.
Oh.
He trolled a former Glee cast member on X, a social media platform owned by the richest man in the world and father to most of you reading. Being the dorkiest man ever to hold that job. I simply did not know how much worse things could get. So I am sorry I made fun of your big dumb mug, and I'm sorry...
Is that real?
I can't imagine another time when we've had local broadcasters tell what we call a national programmer like Disney. So this is an important turning point.
What?
Local TV ownership groups in the country making sweeping decisions for all the affiliates they own. Calling these companies local broadcasters is like describing Coca-Cola as a neighbourhood soda shop or Boeing as a mom-and-pop plane crash business.
I'm always here for John throwing a random barb at Boeing.
Maybe their license should be taken away. It will be up to Brendan Carr.
You didn't get to fucking say that.
Probably not something you should say out loud.
Thank you.
And even Ted fucking Cruz, to use his full name.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
All right. We get it.
Nice bar you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
Look,
Jesus.
Cruz is an incredible vocal talent. And he should definitely quit his job right now and go do that instead.
Yes.
We're going to ban you from the airwaves if you don't say what we like. That will end up bad for conservatives.
He's right.
Oh, poor conservatives. What about literally everybody?
I still don't like that man, Ted Cruz. He's not completely full of shit. And if Brendan Carr's standard, which Sinclair has cheered on, remember, is that someone cannot go on broadcast TV in the wake of a high-profile murder and inaccurately characterise who might have been responsible for it, then I have some terrible news for them.
Yeah.
Because in the wake of Luigi Mangioni's arrest for shooting...
Fuck, all right, here we go.
I'm sure that will be revealed in time.
I'm guessing this isn't what happened.
Almost surmise that it was an inside job to a certain extent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. is grounds to have your license revoked. And I'll say this for Kimmel, at least he didn't say the word obviously 4 fucking times while doing it.
Thank you, yes.
Even the threat of an investigation or a delay in reviewing a merger can be enough to get companies to comply. As one former FCC
It comes back to money.
And our parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, doesn't own broadcast networks, meaning that we are much less susceptible to pressure from the FCC than, say, ABC's parent company.
I always knew that HBO was like cable and separate, but I didn't realize that that was a big reason why HBO could pretty much do whatever the fuck they want, because they don't have any broadcast licenses. Wow, fascinating.
That is obviously very good news for us. And I really don't see why that situation should change anytime soon.
We are back with what could be a colossal media merger, according to people familiar with the matter. Paramount Skydance is preparing a bid to buy Warner Brothers Discovery.
Fuck shit!
Yeah. I knew Warner Brothers was in the news for something, some kind of merger. I didn't have all the details of it. Fucking hell. You good, John? Take a breath.
It was fun while it lasted, guys. Whatever happens next, let me say now, it has been the honour of my life to age like a haunted painting before your very eyes.
One of the first things he did was to take control of television, because more than 90% of Russians got all their news from television.
During the Yeltsin years, independent television channels.
It's like the most Dictator playbook you've ever seen ever in your life. Fucking, this is a long story as well. I thought this was going to be like a 5 minutes at the top of the show, but this is almost like over halfway through the episode. That's what I mean. If you look at literally any dictator in history, you can connect dots, and that's not a good thing.
Putin apparently was driven to madness by this show, and by the way he was portrayed on it, the way he was mocked on it.
And that is so pathetic.
Yeah, it is. And that, again, sounds like Trump. He can't handle people making fun of him. He puts so much, like, importance on TV. You hear that he's, like, watching Fox News, like, however many hours a day or whatever. He really thinks that TV is, like, the ultimate weapon in whatever it is that he wants to do. And when TV's laughing at him, like that thing from The Simpsons, you stupid, he can't handle it. And it's a frail ego thing. And clearly, it's a Putin thing as well.
Freaking out about it so much that years later, a journalist solemnly says the man was driven to madness by puppets.
Staff arriving for work were told their offices and studios were off limits unless they signed an oath of loyalty to NTV's new managers.
I remember how...
It's just extortion, isn't it? Robbery, I suppose?
Just last year, in a 9-0 ruling, the Supreme Court found that a government official cannot coerce a private party to punish or suppress disfavoured speech. That is from this Supreme Court, remember?
Yeah,
all of them.
right?
Yes, even that one.
He hasn't got his camper van yet?
I'd argue they need to stand by Kimmel and his staff. And there are ways that you can encourage them to do that. You could exert pressure on them by cancelling Disney Plus or Hulu. Google searches...
A lot of people cancelled Disney Plus. I believe there's actually 6 months, 50% off offer to keep you as a subscriber at the moment. So I need Disney Plus for work purposes, but I'm thinking about doing the cancel, getting it half price for half of the year. I mean, why not?
When you cancel, well, you can tell them exactly why you are doing it. So you could easily write, say, cowardice in the face of pressure, or... But mostly, Disney's silence regarding Donald Duck's anatomically accurate corkscrew penis, which, I will remind you, looks like this. We made that for a show years ago on, and this is true, China's one-child policy. I would like to take this opportunity to talk directly to Disney CEO Bob Iger. Hi there, Bob.
All right, let's go, John.
Probably know me as America's third favourite Zazu. Congratulations on recasting that role, by the way. It was a fun thing to learn about after the fact. Anyway.
Is that right?
History is also going to remember the cowards who definitely knew better, but still let things happen, whether it was for money.
Yeah.
It's that giving the bully your lunch money doesn't make him go away. It just makes him come back hungrier each time. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC.
Fucking hell. Subtle.
You might be next. The fucking View.
The View? And is that because Rosie O'Donnell's still on The View, isn't she? I'm pretty sure. I know she was for a long time. Like, come on, man. You are so obvious. Like, you're so obviously insecure and grudge holding. This is insane.
Okay, you're the boss. Not whatever you say goes, but instead, the only phrase that can genuinely make a weak bully go away, and that is, fuck you, make me.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. And again, you can't expect everybody to be able to do that. Some people financially don't have the means to be able to reject anything. They just have to keep trying to survive. That guy, on the other hand, has the means to make a stand. So, well done, John. Would be interesting to see what happens from there. I mean, obviously, we know that Kimmel is back, but that seemed like a lot more than fuck you, make me.
TV show on Earth.
Really?
Next, identical twins talking in sync.
Is that what this show is? It's just like a tabloid TV show? Is that what Inside Edition is? I've heard of it, but I've never, like, watched it. But I think I've heard John mention it a time or two.
And watch out. Plus, ding dong.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why he made worldwide news as a baby.
Oh, that's Steve. Fucking hell, was that... What's his name? Irwin's boy. Why am I blanking on him? Bob. Jesus Christ, Bob Irwin. He's jacked. Good for him. So that was my reaction to last week tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm just going to jump straight into Kimmel because I'm excited to see what the hell's going to happen next.
Time host. We are in for a monologue that will be a marker in late night show history.
Pivotal moments in broadcast history.
He will be delivering what is being dubbed the most anticipated.
I mean, I kind of agree with it. There's a lot of pressure on him. And ABC apparently talked to him and they've come up with like an agreement or whatever. Like, what was in that agreement? What is going to happen? Like, there's so much. I'm so curious at what's happening. There's so much like tension about what is even going to happen.
Change? Yeah.
You know, Kimmel's good at like keeping his cool and everything, but man, that had to be an anxious couple of days for him. Wow, there is so much emotion in that chant.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, if you're just joining us, we are preempting your regularly scheduled encore episode of Celebrity Family Feud to bring you this special report. I'm happy to be here tonight with...
Is that what replaced him for that day or two that he was off?
I'm not sure who had a weirder 48 hours, me or the CEO of Tylenol. Eventually, Larry fired me, and I had to move back in with my parents. But even he wrote in to cheer me up. Thank you, Larry, and I want to thank everyone who checked.
Man, he is already struggling, I can tell. But imagine that. Imagine you get absolutely royally screwed over, and then like every person you've ever known witnessed it happen, and they all reach out to you to say like, hey buddy, keep your chin up. Like, that would have to be an emotionally overwhelming couple of days.
Germany, the guy in Germany offered me a job. Can you imagine? This country has become so authoritarian, the Germans are like, come here. I want to thank the people who don't support my show and what I believe, but support my right to share those beliefs anyway.
Oh, fuck. What world are we living in?
Even my old pal Ted Cruz, who, believe it or not, said something very beautiful on my behalf.
Or Ted fucking Cruz, to use his full name, right?
I am thrilled that he was fired.
Oh, wait, no, not that.
That will end up bad for conservatives.
I don't think I've ever said this before, but Ted Cruz is right.
Yes. We're all going through the same thing right now, Jimmy.
Freely, then he can't cast spells on the Smurfs.
Is he Gargamel?
It takes courage for them to speak out against this administration, and they did, and they deserve credit for it. And
yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to those people who have that kind of reputation to speak out and say, nope, this has gone a little bit too far. Otherwise, it's going to just continue to get worse.
You understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't...
Yeah.
Point a finger. I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members.
Pretty fucking humble.
This show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe we were in a moment where, like, we didn't know if a comedian would be allowed to go on TV and talk about the president. What the fuck?
And try to coerce the affiliates who run our show in the cities that you live in to take my show off the air. That's not legal. That's not American. That is un-American, and it is so dangerous.
And illegal.
Be allowed to regulate which podcasts the cell phone companies and Wi-Fi providers are allowed to let you download to make sure they serve the public interest? You think that sounds crazy?
Yeah. That's next.
Brendan Carr is the most embarrassing car Republicans have embraced since this one.
God, please tell me that's not real.
Challenges those in power while using humor to draw more people into the discussion. That's why people in influential positions have always targeted it for censorship.
All right, and who said this?
FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr.
Fucking hell.
He had no ratings.
Well,
we'll see if that's true on this episode.
I do tonight.
Oh, God. Good job. I'm reacting to this because I love comedy and I am fascinated by what is happening with, like, especially comedians that I enjoy being taken off the air and stuff like that. But I'm also acutely aware that this is going to be a very watched monologue.
To cancel me, instead he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly. He might have to release the Epstein files to distract us from this now.
Yeah, good point. It's the only way.
Disney has asked me to read the following statement.
Oh.
To reactivate your Disney Plus and Hulu account. Every night, they've defended my right to poke fun at our leaders and to advocate for subjects that I think are important by allowing me to use their platform, and I am very grateful for that. With that said, I was not happy when they pulled me off the air on Wednesday.
Yeah, I bet.
Of the Disney Corporation, they welcomed me back on the air, and I thank them for that.
Yeah. How much does John Oliver have to do with that? For real.
Our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke.
Yes, yes. It's fucking ego.
We have to speak out against this because he's not stopping.
This is mind-blowing that this has to happen.
Journalists with Pentagon press credentials to sign a pledge promising not to report information that hasn't been explicitly authorized for release. That includes
fuck off.
And it is nuts that we aren't paying more attention to it. To silence a comedian the president doesn't like is anti-American. That's anti-American.
I mean, I can't talk about whether it's American or anti-American or whatever, but and I guess that's the language that he has to speak to, connect to people that are caught up in so much patriotism. But I mean, it's shitty. That's what it is. It's shitty.
On Sunday, Erica Kirk forgave the man who shot her husband. She forgave him. That is an example we should follow.
Yeah.
If you believe in the teachings of Jesus as I do, there it was. That's it.
I'll take your word on that. I don't Jesus much.
So thank you for listening, and I'll have more to say when we come back.
Man, that looked like it was rough.
He called me and he offered to sell his Labubus. I will never forget that gesture, my friend. Kimmel.
Is it full of tequila?
Great man, a great father, and thank you, Jimmy. And I love you, and I stand with you all the way, and I love
you. That was actually incredibly sweet.
We reached out to the chairman of the FCC, Brendan Carr, and he has, to his credit, agreed to join us from his office in Washington. And here he is now. Thank you, Chairman Carr, for being with us tonight.
I mean, this is a very flattering version of Brendan Carr. Oh my god. I just realized he was the one doing all the mafia shit, wasn't he?
Better show a little respect, or the only view she's getting is from under George Washington. The bridge, not the guy. You don't need to know my name, and I am the new chairman of the FCC. No, I would never threaten Miss Goldstein. I was just teaching her a lesson about consequences.
But it seems like the FCC is using mob tactics to suppress free speech.
What the did you just say to me? Jimmy, the chairman of the FCC gently suggesting that you gently shut the up. Depends on what you want to say. Like, you want to say something nice about the president's beautiful, thick yellow hair, how he can do his makeup better than any broad. That's free. But if you want to do a joke like he's so fat he needs 2 seats on the Epstein jet, that's going to cost
you. That's going to cost you.
We also got a new motto at the FCC. Sticks and stones may break your bones.
And?
And that's it?
Just make sure you pick the right words. Capiche?
Okay, yeah.
Capiche.
Look, I got to go. A couple of cases of Tylenol fell off a truck, and now I got to figure out how to put autism in them.
Oh, okay. All right, well,
that's... And it is my honor to serve the public interest.
I know it is. I know it is. Thank you so much.
Fucking hell. Great to see Robert De Niro pop up and do a random comedy sketch.
I like the new guy a lot. Rocky start when the Trumps hit the escalator and it suddenly stopped.
Oh my god.
I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
Jesus Christ. I see nothing but absolute fucking boredom and complete disinterest.
Well, if that doesn't get him the Nobel Prize, I don't know what will. Buddy RFK blaming autism on Tylenol.
This is something else.
That nothing bad can happen. Let's do it now. I was just saying to Bobby and the group, let's do it now. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. But with Tylenol...
That doesn't make any sense.
Tylenol. Don't take Tylenol.
So why is he saying this? What's the real story here?
Don't have your baby take Tylenol. Don't give Tylenol to the baby. Don't give...
RFK looks like his blood pressure is about to fucking hit critical levels. Look how, like, red is. Does he just spend all his time on a tanning bed or something? What is up with his absolutely red, pulsing fucking skin? I'm in the mood for some Tylenol. Alright, I mean, that was very, very interesting. I like the fact that he came out and immediately made jokes about Disney and everything like that, because again, the networks that put these shows up, it's a part of the deal, I guess. You're the network, you're the man, you're the bad guy, you're the one who can take them off or whatever like that. It's always just kind of an automatic good guy, bad guy relationship between these hosts and whoever is overseeing them, in a jokey kind of way. So it was good to see that he came out and immediately got to say all that. And he made a point. And again, I don't think the thing that he said was like so egregiously sort of like provocative or anything. Like, it seemed like a fairly flippant sort of comment that just really got taken way out of context and manipulated it into something else. Curious that John Oliver did put out that episode calling out Bob Iger from Disney, saying don't be one of the cowards who history will always remember as the person that buckled in the face of these moments. I mean, I don't know the time frame of things, but, you know, John made a very good point, as you saw at the beginning of this video. And, you know, Trump has just got to be seething at this fact. I mean, he's already got on to say that he's going to sue somebody over this, which, you know, surprise, surprise. Isn't there a thing? Like, I know in Australia, there are people that, there's like a restriction that they can get put on them. Like, if you are just like suing people and taking legal action just constantly over and over and over again for all these like frivolous sort of like reasons, it can get to a point where you don't really get the right to continue to like raise legal concerns. It's probably a lot more complicated than that, but I mean, I've never seen somebody that's been suing on such a regular, consistent basis for ridiculous amounts. Like, it just reeks of somebody that's got an infinite ammo legal team to hurl at whoever, and the whole thing's just repulsive. But Jimmy's back, and I'm glad to see. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this one. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm going to upload John Oliver meeting Burned on the channel at some point in the next few days. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, ta-ta, and farewell.